Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English. I'm Peter, and today we're diving into an episode that could very well change the way you speak and think in English. You know how sometimes you learn a word and it clicks. Suddenly, everything makes more sense, and you feel like you've unlocked a new level. Well, I discovered 7 of those magic words and they completely transformed my fluency and confidence. In today's show, we'll explore why these particular words pack such a punch, how to pronounce them smoothly, and exactly how to weave them into your everyday conversations, emails, and writing. No dry definitions or boring drills. This is all about real-world usage, memorable examples, and a few fun stories from my own English journey. By the end, you'll be ready to drop these power words into your speech and instantly sound sharper and more articulate. If you're new, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a chance to boost your English skills. So, grab your notebook, settle in, and let's get started. Because these 7 words are about to turbocharge your English. Ready? Let's go. You know, there was a time when I felt like my English was stuck on training wheels. I could ride in a straight line, but any twist or turn threw me off balance. Then one day, I stumbled upon 7 words that didn't just add to my vocabulary. They transformed the way I thought, spoke, and connected in English. That moment was like upgrading from a clunky old bike to a high-performance mountain bike, ready for any terrain. When I first began my English journey, I loaded my mental toolkit with common words: good, bad, nice, important. But whenever I tried to express something nuanced, I hit a wall. I'd smile and nod, or worse, resort to clumsy paraphrases that left me feeling tongue-tied. That frustration taught me an invaluable lesson. It's not about how many words you know, but about choosing the right ones. Strategic vocabulary, words that convey precise shades of meaning, becomes your secret weapon in sounding more fluent and persuasive. Imagine you're painting a picture. Common adjectives are broad strokes, but these 7 words are the fine, brush strokes that bring depth, texture, and color to your masterpiece. So let's unpack each of these game changers one by one and see how they can elevate your English from functional to fantastic. First up is reciprocate, a verb that simply means to respond to an action by doing something similar in return. It might sound formal, but I guarantee you've felt the urge to reciprocate every time someone does you a kindness. I remember when a colleague stayed late to help me polish a presentation. I wanted to do something meaningful to show my gratitude, so the next morning I baked muffins for the whole team. Saying, "I wanted to reciprocate your kindness," carries more weight than "I wanted to say thank you." The word itself is pronounced r-is-i-precate, where that stress on the second syllable gives it a confident ring. In business emails, in friendly chats, even in a quick text message, slipping in reciprocate signals that you're not just polite but intentionally engaged in a mutual exchange of goodwill. Next, let's talk about amicable, an adjective describing situations or relationships marked by friendliness and the absence of discord. When people hear amicable, they often imagine divorce settlements or business negotiations resolved without rancor. I once witnessed a heated debate in a project meeting escalate quickly, only to be diffused when both sides agreed on an amicable compromise. Saying, "We reached," An amicable agreement conveys a sense of respect and maturity, far richer than simply calling it a friendly agreement. Pronounced amicable, this word comes from the Latin amicus, meaning friend. It's perfect for highlighting positive, cooperative dynamics, whether you're describing a collaborative work environment or resolving a personal conflict. Then there's condone, a verb that means to accept or allow wrongdoing to continue. This word packs moral clarity. You're not just overlooking a minor mistake, you're actively choosing not to object. In my university days, a roommate once tried to cheat on an assignment and asked me to keep quiet. I found myself thinking, I can't condone that. Using condone, pronounced kundun, gives your stance a directness that I don't think that's right simply doesn't match. It's essential in debates, ethics discussions, or any time you need to draw a firm line without resorting to flames or aggression. Moving on, estranged carries a heavier emotional weight. It describes someone who was once close but has become alienated or distant. I felt the impact of this word when I read a novel about siblings who grew so estranged that they lived in different cities and spoke only through rare holiday cards. Saying they are now estranged immediately conveys not just a physical separation, but a breakdown of emotional bonds. Pronounced euastrins, it comes, from the same root as stranger, reminding us that estrangement turns family or friends into strangers. Whether you're analyzing character relationships in literature or discussing real-life family dynamics, estranged is a potent, precise term. Our fifth word is infallible, meaning incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. It's a strong claim. There's practically no one or nothing truly infallible, but we often use it to convey deep trust or admiration. I recall a legendary professor at my college whose knowledge of Shakespeare seemed infallible. Students joked that you could ask him any obscure line from any play, and he'd recite it flawlessly. Saying, "She's an infallible source on 19th century art," accentuates both respect and a touch of awe. Pronounced infallible, infallible can be used sincerely or with a hint of irony. My phone's infallible until it runs out of battery, making it versatile and engaging. Word 6 is indispensable, an adjective for something absolutely necessary or essential. A few months ago, I was coordinating an event, and the event planner joked, "Our coffee machine is indispensable. Without it, everyone would fall asleep." Beyond caffeine jokes, you can say effective communication is indispensable in remote teams, or a solid syllabus is indispensable for structured learning. Pronounced ichu, indispensable, it's one of those words that elevates ordinary statements, transforming really needed into absolutely crucial. When you call something indispensable, you underline its vital importance in a way that listeners or readers can't ignore. Finally, we reach benevolent, an adjective describing someone or something, well-meaning, kind, and generous. I first encountered this word when volunteering at a local charity. The coordinator's benevolent leadership made volunteers feel valued, understood, and inspired. Saying, "His benevolent smile put everyone," At ease evokes warmth and genuine goodwill. The pronunciation, benevolent, carries a soft rhythm that matches the word's meaning. Whether you're writing about philanthropic actions, describing a mentor, or complimenting a colleague's supportive attitude, benevolent is your go-to term for highlighting kindness at its best. Now, I could simply list these definitions and move on, but that wouldn't help you internalize them. Instead, let's imagine you're writing an email to a colleague who helped you land a big client. You might say, "Your guidance has been absolutely indispensable to closing this deal. I hope I can reciprocate by supporting your next project." See how two of our words slide seamlessly into a professional context. Or picture a scenario in which you describe a family gathering. Despite past conflicts, our reunion was surprisingly amicable, a testament to my grandmother's benevolent influence on us all. That pairing of amicable and benevolent paints a vivid, heartfelt picture. To make these words stick, try this exercise. Pick one word each day and write at least 3 original sentences using it. Speak them out loud, feel the rhythm and intonation as you practice. Then, share your favorite sentence with a friend, or in a language learning group. Teaching or explaining a word is one of the fastest ways to cement it in your own memory. As we wind down, let's tie everything together with a little analogy about learning English. Picture yourself at the base of a steep mountain, bike at the ready. Each of these 7 words represents a milestone along the trail. The climb is challenging. You bank up, shift gears, push forward. Your first use of reciprocate might feel awkward, like that first wobbling pedal stroke, but with each repetition, you gain momentum. By the time you tackle benevolent, you're coasting, wind in your hair, the world at your feet. That downhill rush? It's the exhilarating fluency that comes when new words become second nature. So, keep pedaling, friends. Integrate these 7 power words into your daily reading, writing, speaking, and even thinking. Notice them in articles, podcasts, and conversations. Every time you use one correctly, give yourself a little mental high five. You're reinforcing neural pathways that lead to real mastery. Thank you for riding along with me today on Everyday English. If you found this episode helpful, share it with fellow learners. I'm Peter, reminding you that a few well-chosen words can open doors, build bridges, and transform your English from ordinary to extraordinary. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, happy practicing.